Hello, myself Ramgaja here. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is Earth planet is going to give 1 month basically to the current human generation. In this, another person told that basically what actually the risk is. This is not risk also basically, but this might be the achievement also basically. By chance, basically, Universe Group basically told that basically next time basically when world will end basically when world is going to end basically assume that basically 100 times world has ended basically, so each and every 100 times brain data basically that has kept by the universe group basically, so next time basically when the world is getting created they are using that brain data only basically. One example I will take, assume that basically the world has created computer basically, right? So computer basically tells that basically this is city, this is state, this is country. So like this state, city in city basically this is area, that is area. Pin code number idea is there, city creation idea is there, state creation ideas are there. So each and every creation basically ideas basically are there. So these all basically data are in the computer basically. So that basically data are in the computer, which basically are taken by the satellite groups, and that computer data basically which is taken by the satellite groups basically they creates the one planet basically, and that is equal to blood cells, that is equal to blood cells, and blood cells equal to brain thinking basically. So just imagine basically up to what level things basically are universe basically think, because they want that each and everything basically is not supposed to be repeat basically, because computer is already created basically, so they don't want that basically the again basically the brain will think that basically this way that way that way that way this way that way roadmap basically was done, but this each and everything basically idea was done, then basically they started the creation of computer basically. So that basically they don't want. So next time basically when world is going to create basically after this basically, that is this earth will end, current generation will end basically. So that basically you can say complete 900 crore people will end 100%. Few people basically say that 100% basically. Few people says that it will not end basically. Because that depends upon the people basically. What is the things going to happen basically. Few people says that basically. That basically is the thing basically. So you can just imagine basically the things basically is going to happen. So one of the person told that universe think up to this level basically. That entire 900 crore people also will get end basically. Then also they are basically ready to recreate the world basically, because they never depends on any of the thing basically. One of the person told that basically Sunil, I think basically you have done the you basically has been the teacher for computer class also basically. Then Sunil Arana told that yes basically. So whenever basically I take the lecture basically, I always say basically one thing basically, don't depend on anyone basically. Dependency is not supposed to be there basically. So it's a universe level thinking basically. Then one of the person told that basically you are not getting job basically. So that is basically dependent basically. Then he told that yes, yeah basically. That basically got the dependency basically. Somebody actually um, you can say calculated my words basically. That is basically I always say basically that don't keep any dependency, don't keep any dependency. So that basically what somebody calculated basically, and on the calculated basically somebody has given the answer basically that see basically dependency is not there. Dependency is there, no, basically. Then he told that Sunil Larner told that, yes, basically dependency is there basically. So just imagine basically dependency basically. So one of the person told that basically if entire Earth planet basically will end, entire means 900 crore people will end basically. In this assume that basically that one of count is my also basically. Then also basically universe group is ready basically. And one of the person told that basically if anybody want to save basically, then it will that only universe group basically can save that basically. For example, one person is walking in the road and they immediately picked that person and basically immediately that person moved to the satellite basically. So that is possible basically. If anybody is cry group basically say that with universe group basically say that basically we want to save this person basically before this, then they basically can do basically. If they feel basically that basically this basically generation basically has to end basically at any cost basically, then they basically feel if they feel when next generation basically will start basically earth planet next generation will start, that time basically few people is must basically required basically. So that in that case basically you can use that methodology, that is one person is walking, immediately the satellite picked that particular person and he basically moved basically. He basically moved basically. One of the example basically I will tell basically just a minute. That basically really whether it is fact or not basically just a minute. Australia. Flying video, see basically. This is actually flying video, but in really basically what will happen? Just a minute, I will just take an example.
Did you know that cows in Switzerland get airlifted by helicopters? Some cows are just too old or injured to walk safely down the mountains, so they take a helicopter ride instead. Did you know that cows in Switzerland get airlifted by helicopters? Some cows...
See, you saw that? So instead of helicopter basically, here will be satellite group basically, and helicopter there would not be any support basically. Here basically in helicopter basically there was one support basically which actually picked the cow basically. Here basically satellite basically there would not be any support basically, that I am talking about basically. So one of the person told that before ending this generation basically everything ended, but they want to save few people basically. So that possibility basically are there basically. Few people says that basically few unknown things basically, what are the things basically happening in this world basically. For that basically they have kept video recording, that is a video camera basically. So when basically any person is going there basically and immediately if they picks that particular person, so that basically can be tracked in the camera basically. That's why basically the camera basically came into the picture basically. So just see basically if anything basically comes into the market basically, see up to the level thinking basically why they came into the market basically. So you can just imagine next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.